float all the way from south over here and take a much longer float.
Yeah. The light keeps flashing in your eyes. You're like, oh, it's so nice to flashing.
Oh, from traveling under the leaves?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering out loud in my head if GoPro is ever going to have like two of these 4K devices strapped next to each other and give it like stereoscopic video viewable in 3D.
I'm sure they actually are impressed in making one, because that's the next thing. That's the 360.
Yeah. I've been recording this entire time, so I'm very curious to see how YouTube can process it. And only last time we uploaded, they make it progressively available in different resolutions. So for like 2 hours, you don't get your high quality version. Playing Queen.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, under pressure. So Jake was still reminding me that if I'm going to get a trailer, to get one with a slide out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I think he said just in general, it's not something you regret, but it's also something more that breaks. So that's the alternative. Something that can break and leak and whatever. Well, my watch is pretty much going to stop recording any time because it's running out of power.
You hooked it up to the battery pack.
Yeah. I should have charged it overnight. I'm going to make a bank, like a power station next to the nightstand.
And then they just hook everything in and it's repetition.
Yep. Still be kind of cool to get a 3D printer.
Yeah. What would you do with it though? That's the thing.
Oh, I'd find things to do with it. Usually, I would want to put it to work, basically. But if you're really good at things, you can assemble large, crazy things like cars. Some people, you know, they design very complex, intricate things with 3D printers. So I would probably end up designing robots out of them.
Ooh.
This way I could get the CAD design done on the computer and then just print it out and get the assembly, because I don't like forging shit with a large tool shop if I don't have to. If the end result is for me to understand automation and the logarithms behind it, and a 3D printed plastic object that gets hooked up to motors is kind of the next best thing, especially if I get a simple design that can work after that and start adding features.
You should totally buy a 3D printer someday.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know what to do except print cool little things that I understand now what to do.
Yep. Some guys, they assembled out of Legos and Samsung phones, hooked up to like a Lego programming language. They created a machine that solves Rubik's cubes automatically in record time. If you can get your team together to take advantage of all those skills, then you can really start getting. I could formulate like what I still like. I like the idea of being able to take like those spiders that I talked about, right? If I could do that at a very small scale,
it's possible based on ratios like this little spider to this notch point would equate to if we built this to scope.
there you go. Yeah.
Huge one.
Yeah, like version after version.
Yep.
But start real small, create like a mock-up of a semi-trailer with material inside in a store where it has to deliver it. And then say it follows like a laser pointer, so that the driver, all he has to do is follow a laser or shine a laser pointer at a surface, and the robot goes where he tells it to.
Yep. It's mapping.
So then it becomes less automation, still involvement, but then these drivers get to do some really cool shit.
Yep.
They basically mules.
You integrate AI, and then it's intelligence design. It knows the barcodes, it's scanned it already, it knows its position where it is, so it would know effectively how to move it in the quickest way possible.
Hi. And even things like if we break down the small physics and the components behind it all and say, okay, this is what it would take to get a team together that can make this happen, version 1, make it secret, I think it could get a utility patent. And then showing up on Shark Tank is a possibility, and say get more funding.
For sure.
It's like, okay, we've got 3 versions, we've scaled up every version, we want to bring it to market. We've got a team of engineers making this happen, plus coordination. I'd probably be like partial engineer. I'd probably end up hiring people to manage. But from a stepping stone, I want those spiders to evolve to be intelligent enough and resilient enough to be able to use on the space station. But also just the logistic supply chain. That's what I keep dreaming. Like the dream is getting crisper and crisper and crisper.
What do you need to be able to apply for a patent for an idea like that now?
Well, you need to be able to get a patent writer, number 1. So I know if I were to go and find out from a friend, it would be Joe Zabicek at Google. And I would ask him, how do you apply for a patent? Can you help me with this patent? And then a robot that offloads stuff. It would be like the most